yeah.
Like, I can read something, go to their and I know how resume type. Like, I gotta go back and read it.
The bulk of the actual content isn't really that important. But we're having more resistances to prevent the likelihood of them killing you or well, it's nice. Or the Iron Ball says that will pop up news. Someone just pop up news. Especially those NPCs that will just fly. Yeah, I remember this kind of request for an outfit because you can still get that move because in Iron Ball, you know, it doesn't roll.
Yeah.
It doesn't shatter like the ball, but it doesn't roll. So you just pop on the ground, that's the timer. This kind of you just overload it. You just hold down. You know, pretty simple. Claymore's technically the best for regulating. I don't care about that many, but I'm going to do the Claymore from that.
you talking about?
You got that bag back there.
So they're watching my boy. What up, though?
What up, pretty princess?
What's touching my shit?
Wait, you good? Snacks up
This bag costs more than your fist.
Yeah, I'm good.
Bag. Chill out, bro.
Are you
Y'all
snacks
dick
up
suckers,
by
bro. This is y'all right now.
Do you got snacks I can buy? I'm not worried.
Yes,
Do you got
bro.
cash at least? Because I need to pay for this fee.
Oh, shit.
Wait, when's the fee due? When's the fee due?
And we got a shit at the auditorium this block.
Dude, when's the
This
fee
one?
due?
Really?
Oh,
you didn't even know about that? Let's go.
9.
Hey.
Or 9:45. It is 9:45.
Wait, what the fuck are we doing then?
It's all until like 10:15. You're in there. It's like the whole.
What is it? Should we?
I don't know if we're not supposed to come inside. Is he outside?
Dude, what the fuck?
Ask him actually. I think it's the seniors.
Can we go?
I don't know. Let's go.
Look at gerbil. You look like a hamster, bro. What's up, bro? Agent, bro, what the fuck? Bro, get your foot on my foot.
What?
Oh, shit. Hey, fuck that.
He must have
You don't do that. What's this fucking, what paper do we have to sign in?
I had it going. I got one though. That's what it bad, so.
What you mean I ain't got it, bro?
You ain't got it? It was like that for the field trip.
Didn't it have like a whole bunch you had to sign?
Mm-hmm.
Was it a lot you had to fill out?
Yeah.
Oh, I turned that in the, that's the Kaiser. And engineering.
Oh, that's hard. I wanted to do that.
Yeah, I got both. What's up with you, bro? Oh, God, I did not say that, bro. I said, bro, what you mean? I got a granola bar. Hey, you got that? Hey, you trolling, bro. You trolling. It's alright, I don't need it. I got my own.
I love my hand. What is that almond? Thank you.
I know, bro, because I'm going to eat it, bro.
But I swear we do it too, bro. All the time.
We were doing that shit last fall.
Alright, real quick, they make an announcement. So today's gonna be a little different. We're doing grade level assemblies. Dr. Gibson can go over the rules and policy. So in just a moment, she's gonna announce the seniors to go to the auditorium. And then when they get back, the juniors will go. So here's happening too. I'm gonna call roll real quick, and then I'm gonna start putting you in a seating chart. I want everybody to look next to them and or memorize what chair they're sitting in. You can find one to sit in. So, seniors, when you get back, everybody, hear me say this. If you're a senior, when you get back, sit right back where you're sitting, because I'm gonna already have the juniors written on my seating chart, okay? And then I'll write you. And also, that's when I'll collect your lab fees and papers.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Teachers, at this time, if you have seniors, senior class, will you please escort them to the auditorium?
Nobody heard so just get through it, and students, this will be very informative for you so that you can stay on track. Alright, first things first, only 3 unexcused tardies. Only 3 unexcused tardies per term. That's, you get 1 for first block, 1 for third, and 1 for fifth. The fourth one is an after school detention. And it will go from there. Those after school detentions are from 3:40 to 5:40. 2 hours.
Baby, I got work.
They're not fun. Get your class on time. You should have all the time you need to get there. You have 5 minutes. You can get there. You must have a pass to get to class if you are tardy. So you'll need to see an admin in the hall, or you'll need to see Edwards in attendance, or companion in 910, or Shelly or Kelly if you're late to school. First one.
All right, Dr. Gibson just talked to y'all about tardies. Let's talk skipping just for a minute, okay? If you are 5 minutes late for any reason to a class, you are skipping. Very simple, all right? And for the most part, things haven't changed, but let's real quick talk about where you are permitted to be and where you are not permitted to be. Take a look at your schedule, guys. If it says you're at 257 second block, that's the only place you're permitted. Okay? So follow the schedule, be in class, okay? The only time you're not in there is during transitions from one block to another, cafeteria during breakfast or lunch, so on and so forth, okay? So, 5 minutes late to class, first time, you are going to have 1 day, one after school detention, okay? Second offense, 1 day of in-school detention. Third offense is 1 day of OSS. Guys, that's if you're skipping and you do not leave campus. Alright? If you're skipping and you leave campus, it's immediately going to the house. OSS. First time is 1 day OSS, second time is 3, third time is OSS until there's a parent conference, and you may wind up in one of those admin conferences where the disciplinary response can escalate. Okay? So most important takeaway from this, be where the schedule says to be, and do not be more than a couple minutes late to class if it is in an emergency, or you're going to be OSS restricted. Okay? Dr. Hornbeck.
Good morning, y'all. Congratulations on making it to your senior year. You guys have done a great job. And Dr. Gibson said something earlier about you know these things, and I'm going to challenge you that you know them, but do you do them? So my challenge is that the things that you're hearing today is that you do them, and they just become part of your natural day-to-day stuff, because it's everything that you're going to do in the workplace too. So start healthy habits now. It's the standard. So when you're in the cafeteria, many of you may not even dawn in the cafeteria because your schedule allows you to leave campus. If that is the case, then we ask that you leave campus when it's time to leave campus. Don't decide that you're going to go to the cafeteria, then you're going to go over to the media center, then you're going to go over to the band hall, and then you're going to leave campus. If you got business on campus, take care of business, and then get on with your way. If you're going to have lunch in the cafeteria, I'm going to ask that you stay until the lunch period is over. You don't get to just eat and then take off. Y'all know I station myself right here in the hall. I try to keep that hall clear. We got classes going on. Food will not come out of the cafeteria. If you're going into the restrooms, I'm going to ask that you leave your backpacks outside, men and women. And we only have 4 to 5 people in at any one time. That is just gonna be the standard for the restrooms. Please wash your hands. And y'all know I'm saying it, right? Girls, we have this conversation regularly when people come out of the bathroom. Don't be nasty. Wash your hands. Alright, last thing. If you are eating on campus, or even if you're not, please help us take pride in our building. If you see something, pick it up, throw it away. Many of you have helped me. You see the coaches, we walk through, some of your admin. If we see something on the table, we're not afraid to pick it up and throw it away. We may ask you to help us out. Lead us to the punch. Encourage people to start taking pride in what we have here. We have some excellent facilities, let's keep them that way. Alright?
Alright, next on the list is badges. You know that they are required to be worn at all times. They're needed to check out books, scan for lunch, get on a bus. If you need a replacement badge, they are now in attendance, which is with Miss Allison, Miss Edwards. So if you need a replacement badge, it's $5. You'll need to go to attendance and pick that up. If you are having any issues with getting that replacement badge, you can see one of the administrators, and we'll help you out. Alright, dress code. Really nothing has changed this year except for no facial piercings at all. We allowed you to have one last year and everybody took it way too far, so this year it is 0 like it was 2 years ago. No nose rings, no eyebrow rings, no chin rings, no cheek piercings, no anything on your face other than your ears. No facial piercings. So please, we're just gonna ask you to take it out. You may have a clear stud. If you want to put a clear something in to hold your place, you are permitted to do so. So we're not telling you that your stud has to close up. That's fine, but you do have to have a clear one in, okay? One thing that we saw that was a big problem is stomachs. So we're just going to be sending you either in an in-school detention if we see it, or sending you to the house. So please do not, and then don't be sneaky and pull your pants up when you're around us, or put your hand here, because that's a dead giveaway. When you're walking around like this, you think you're hiding, but you're not. It just draws attention to your stomach. So, mainly this is girls, but please know that we're going to put you in in-school detention, we're going to document it, or we're going to send you home for dress code. Okay? Next thing that I want to say, you guys know about the phones. Phones are only going to be permitted in the cafeteria or in the hallways or the courtyard, just not in class. You'll be turning them in class. It's the cell phone policy that I sent you guys this summer, so you can get acclimated to. Next thing I want to talk about is student parking. You must have a GHS permit to park on campus. They are free. Just go see Miss Mosley, get your parking permit, hang it in your car on the rear view mirror. You have to have that to park on campus. You cannot park in the first row at the gym. That is for athletic business only, so you cannot park in that first row. But you can, we did give some spots to you in the ROTC parking to make it have some more spots. And we're getting a whole new parking lot coming up soon, so it should be after Christmas at some point. We'll have a lot more spots for you guys to park in. And those will be for seniors first. Alright, so please not park up front by the main office. I did take away some teacher parking to accommodate for more student parking because we were just in such a shortage. Last year it was a nightmare at the end of the year. We had kids parking everywhere. It was hard for you guys, and I know that. So what we will do, those front parking spots, please note there are guests on the one side, and then on the other side it's teachers, so don't park up there as well. You'll have to be moved. Do not do that. Alright, I think that's it for me. Also, our SROs are gonna be going through the parking lot just to make sure that kids aren't just chilling in their cars and that everyone has a parking permit. So please, don't inundate Miss Mobley right after this meeting, but please go see her and get your parking pass.
Good morning, everyone. I'm gonna talk to you about something that really doesn't have to much with seniors, but we're giving every student the same set of information, so I'm gonna discuss it with you for just a moment. And that's the 4 ways you can be sent immediately to an administrative conference, and possibly be sent to alternative school or even expulsion. There are, we call them the big 4. If you are involved in a physical altercation on campus, we have a zero tolerance policy for that. So if you throw a punch, you're gonna go to an admin conference. Again, that doesn't happen a lot with seniors, but every now and again someone makes a bad decision and we have to sit across the table from someone and say, your senior year you might end up going to alternative school or you can be expelled. You don't want to be in that position. If you bring any type of weapon to school and you are found in possession of it, once again, you'll be referred to an admin conference and can face expulsion or alternative school. If you bring an illegal substance to school and you're found in possession of it, you can go to that admin conference and face expulsion or alternative school. We've added the 4th one this year for 2 different reasons. If you steal, if you take something that doesn't belong to you, and specifically we're looking at the new cell phone policy, if you take a cell phone that's not yours, then you can end up in that admin conference. And finally, vandalism. Students, take pride in your facility. Every time we have visitors who come to Gulfport High School, they rave about what a great school we have. But last year we had some students, again, mostly underclassmen, not you guys, but they wanted to deface the bathrooms, or the cafeteria, or any place, or that wall outside the cafeteria where people like to pick the paint off of it. Don't do that. You know what I'm talking about. It gets painted about 12 times a year. Don't do that. So, theft or vandalism. You can end up in an admin conference and face the Learning Center, alternative school, or
Does that?
just be smart. Again, seniors, make this a good year. Don't end up
Not
in
at the time. It was like,
Sorry, I missed a couple hot spots of dress code. One is head coverings, so we are no bandana. You do not wear pocket over bed, nothing. No color, I don't care if it's orange. Nothing, no bandana. Head coverings are an issue a lot of times with, where people are wanting to wear them further back. You cannot wear them further back. They cannot cover the crown of your head. It can be a headband, where you roll it up in a scarf and put it here, but you cannot cover the crown of your head. So if you have that, we're going to ask you to remove it or put you in in-school detention because of it. And we know the people that we continuously have to ask. Also, pajama pants, slippers, bonnets. Please get dressed for the day. Do not wear that stuff to school because we will make you call home to get new shoes. The first day of school, I had a student come in with slippers. He had to go to the office and call. Because we're not doing that. Please do not do that. That is for your safety. We want to make sure that you can get out of the building quickly if possible, if needed, and do not have slippers.
you know, my fishes.
Y'all,
my
dress
slippers,
code and the
they're like
seniors.
shoes. Like a fish.
We have industry folks, executives, recruiters on this campus on the daily. And last year, you're gonna get 2 Rising Stars in April, right? This is a big event where we have over 80 industry people on one day here. Well, we wanna start making sure that we can market you to recruiters, to industry folks earlier than that. And last year we had a young lady came in, did not have on an appropriate outfit. Thankfully, we had an industry partner here who offered her blazer for her interview and for things like that. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. And if you've got something that disqualifies you from that person's job, we don't want that for you. We want you to have every opportunity you can. So when we talk about dress code, when we talk about the nose rings, when we talk about those kinds of things, it's because we're trying to set you up, especially the seniors. We're trying to set you up that when that person walks in and they see you, they're like, I might could hire this person. And not have any limiting qualifiers. You understand what I mean by limiting qualifiers? Okay, piercings, tattoos, dress like you're dressed for a Saturday night instead of a Monday morning. Okay? We're not saying don't do it, we're just saying pick the right time. And school is not the right time, especially as a senior.
Okay, guys, we're gonna be real quick. One thing for seniors, and y'all know this role is independent, you lose credit and all, but every year, I have seniors that have to repeat courses because they just gave out in spring, or they don't graduate. So you cannot miss more than 4 unexcused absences per class, okay, in a 9 weeks. If you do, per the handbook this year, you will be required to attend intercession to get that credit back. There's no write a letter, there's no do an ingenuity, you will have to attend intercession, okay? So you cannot miss more than 4 days. The big thing is, so many times, y'all just don't turn your excuses in, okay? You have 3 parent notes per semester that you can use. That's per semester, not per 9 weeks, okay? So you can use that, but guys, you have to be at school, and we cannot give you anything outside of that, all right? You're gonna be spending intercession with us, all right? So make sure you do that. All right, and then the happy thing, Admiral cards. All right, so if you earn an Admiral card, which the qualifications for the 2nd through the 4th 9 weeks are the same. You have to have all A's and B's, no more than 2 unexcused absences in any class, all right, that's what gets most people, and no discipline, then you will earn an Admiral card for the 2nd through the 4th 9 weeks. For the first 9 weeks, it is based off of assessments last year. So if you passed an AP test, if you had a level 5 on a state test, if you had max growth on a state test, or if you had a 3-point growth between your sophomore ACT on campus and your junior ACT on campus, you'll earn an Admiral card as long as you meet attendance and discipline qualifications. Okay? Now, wait. It's great when you get one, but it's easy to lose one. So you have to leave and enter
I get an Admiral
campus
card, I can
through the
immediately
910
go.
office or the main office. You cannot go through the gym, alright? We understand that that's a long walk, but guys, that is a safety situation where if one of those doors gets left open, someone is able to come on campus, okay? That's unfortunately the reality of our job every second, is to make sure y'all are safe. So those, you cannot leave through the gym, alright? So you have to go through the main office or the 910 office. If you are found to exit or enter any other way, you will lose your Admiral card and you could face suspension, alright? Especially if the door's left open. You cannot bring food back for anybody. Yourself, a staff member, so when that teacher says, hey, bring me some fries, say no. And then you cannot bring it back for another student, alright? So, that's the big thing, and you have to have your Admiral card with your badge, and there are teachers checking at both entrances to be sure your badge matches your Admiral card. Please do not give your Admiral card to someone else, because you're gonna get in trouble too, alright? That is all we have for today. Thank you for tuning in to your special program.
That quick. My name is Eddie Collins. I'm the instructor for the Energy Academy at Gaston Point. It started out, the Energy Academy, it started out as a lineman program. This is my 6th year. Well, there's some students in there that didn't want to be a lineman, so we made it into a combination program. An electrical lineman program and electrical inside program. You see all these lights and all these outlets and all these computers plugged up? This is what you see, we teach you over here, okay? Hands-on. How many of you like to do hands-on? 95% of my class is hands-on. I wish there was some way that we could get y'all loaded up in a bus or something and come visit my class over there. We bend conduit, we pull wire, we climb poles, we bring cross arms down. We do all that. We have a lot of speakers that come to our class, okay? They come from engineering, any of you in here in engineering? Okay. If we can visit our class before you make a decision, we got what we call a wall of fame over there. And it's almost filled up. This is photos of students that have come in this class that are working, making big money. And I can tell each and every one of you their name and who they're with. Last year, we got 5 that got employed. 4 linemen, 1 is an inside electrician. Now, how many of you here want to go to college? Great. That's great. I want you to go to college. I want you to get your education. You think a lawyer, he goes to college to do what? To be a lawyer. Doctor goes to college to be a doctor. We've got engineers. We got 2 of them that went through this class. One, I think, is going to be a junior this year. Got his picture on the wall, Mississippi State. He came from Harrison Center. We do a lot of things. Those of you Mississippi Power, ladies, there's a lot of good jobs in Mississippi Power. I don't send you anywhere for a job unless this company has an accredited apprenticeship program. How many of you in here has ever heard of apprenticeship program? What does an apprenticeship program do, son?
Basically someone who studies under or works under someone like a professional to get into the career.
That's it. That's like lawyers, when they get their degree, they go to court, right? Well, when you go to an apprenticeship school, I don't send you anywhere if this contractor doesn't have benefits, medical insurance, vacation, sick leave, and what's the most important? Retirement. If you take an old man like me, I know I'm old school. That's okay. That's all right. I'm old school. I had a business I ran for 27 years. And I'm going to say in the 5 years that we had that class, we got probably, and I'll never lie to you, I always look at now tell you the truth. I'll have to give this number, but I think it's anywhere from 17 to 20 people that are working in this field. I have one young man that's working, y'all see these line trucks over here, it says chain? He graduated from Gulfport. If you go out this way or go that way, if you leave school and you go that way, you'll see these big line trucks over there, chain. We've got two. I know of one, I think the other one is gonna end up at chain. That's where he wants to go. If it's a lie, he told me. But he didn't lie. He's working on what they call a distribution line. And over there, we're gonna show y'all what a distribution line is. How many of you know what that big building is over on Calvin Lorraine Road? You know, that big smokestack, and it's a huge building? That's a generating station. We put that up on the board. You're gonna learn how electricity goes from that point to all of these places in Mississippi and even to this school. But back to the apprenticeship. I'm no professional speaker. Back to the apprenticeship school. They pay for you to go to school. In fact, if my phone buzzes, it's a contractor calling me, I'm not lying, calling me right now, he's needing an electrician. Right now in Mississippi, we had a conference, what number was it, last week or week before? July 14th. We had people coming in there that puts on apprenticeship programs. NCCER. That's the same curriculum that you're gonna get at the junior college. If you wanna go to junior college, I want you to go. Okay? They said that day on the 14th, July the 14th, in Mississippi alone, they need 5,000 German electricians. 5,000. We've got one young man, he was from Long Beach, he should be, well, excuse me, we got two young men, one from the past and one from Long Beach. They're in their last year of apprenticeship school. When they finish that, they go anywhere in the United States to work. Once you get that certificate. They're not gonna give it to you by showing up. Because that contractor pays for you to go to that school. If you don't go to school, you don't get your raises. And that's basically what we do. I wish there was some way that we could get this crew over there and do my class, but that's gonna be hard to do with the budget. So, benefits, vacation, sick leave, retirement, medical insurance, you get all that. But, now, who does it rely on for you to do that? Anybody got any answers for that? Who determines where you go and what you do? Yourself. Yourself does that. Like I say, last year we had 7 different schools in our class area. We have 3 that chose to go to the Lineman Academy, and they have been accepted from Gulfport, Pastor Chan, to go to Mississippi Gulf Coast Junior College for free. They get their CDL. You know, has any of you looked into your CDL, see how much that costs? Costs a lot of money. You get it for free. They have what they call a rodeo. And that's where they compete, okay, against, George County. And while they're there, doing that, who do you think is at that rodeo? Contractors. The people that's gonna start you out at over $20 an hour, and all over 40 hours a week is time and a half. We will have these speakers come to our class. We have a lot of speakers come back to class. The HR person from Mississippi Power, any of you like to go to Mississippi? In fact, the 3 students that got accepted into the Mississippi Gulf Coast, into the lineman program, she came and gave them an interview. It was a mock interview. They had to do another one. But she came and helped them with the interview. So there's all kind of opportunities out there. And every contractor I talk to, Eddie, I got to have people that want it. And I said, well, and I knew this, and I said, what is the most important thing for you to hire my students? Who thinks that is? Who? Give me an answer. What do you think? What do you think? Sir?
Just to show up.
Show up. You got it. You come to my class. You show up on time. Of course, I've had some students that went to work over here for their contract with Louisiana Job Corps. He never was in class on time. He always had an excuse. He came from office. I told the guy when he came and spoke to him how he was. But he's not dependable. I'm not putting my name on it because the man's not dependable. I like him. Good person, good kid. We were the kids, y'all all grown men and grown women, you've seen them in high school. Good girl. And he got fired from 3 different jobs. He came to me, he said, oh, I said, you doing it to yourself, son? You don't show up to work, and when you do, you're 20 minutes late. But that was 3 years ago. He's working with a contractor right now. He worked on Buc-ee's. Y'all know where Buc-ee's is at off the interstate out there? He's working with that contractor. And I stay in touch with those people. They say he's one of the best. So getting fired, what did it do? Woke him up. He realized he wanted to do this for a living and woke him up. And he has to go to school mandatory every Monday night for 5 years. I know some of you are going to say, I'm not going to school for 5 years. That's okay. You're not in school. When you come over there, you're going to see it's different than what you do here. Just like Miss Emily said, you know, you're going to have to show up on time. You're going to have to dress properly. And most of all, and we have cookouts. I have a social skills class 1 day a week, in the first block and the third block. What good is social skills? To me, it's the most important class that you can take. Because all y'all are buddies right there, right? You can hang out with friends. I'm not calling y'all out now. I can tell y'all buddies. With people from different schools. When you go to work, whether you go, whatever you do, you're not going to be with him. You got to learn to communicate with everybody. You've got to do it. Now, I'll tell you one thing. I appreciate y'all's attention. Don't ever let anyone tell you you can't be successful in life. Because you can. okay? And right off the bat, I'm no English major, I'm no professional speaker, but I have a doctorate degree in all this electricity. You may get there, you may not want it. You may want to go to school, 2 years of college. We got people working at Lowe's right now. Working at Lowe's during the day, going to school at night. One at Lowe's and one at Home Depot from last year's class. Where do they go at night? They go to the Mississippi Gulf Coast to the electrical class. Because they came to me and said, well, I said, you don't have a working shift like that. What have you done all year? Didn't want to answer. I said, so the best thing to do is go get you a job at Home Depot or Lowe's. You learn how to work, you socialize with people, and you go to junior college at night and find out what you want to do. One of them called me over the weekend. He said, Mr. Ed. I said, what, Steve? He said, I like it here at Home Depot. I said, well, you ever stop to think about all these adults walking around here helping you that's been with Home Depot for 15, 20 years? They got the benefits, son. I said, yeah, they were talking to me about that. I said, when you reach my age, you're going to need these benefits. Save your money. You're going to need all these benefits. So I'm going to shut up. I could talk all day if you don't let me. But we actually have a new work-based learning person over there. Ms. Hornback is working diligently with me to get all the material and tools that I need. Mr. Huffman over here, he has built 2 rooms with 2 befores over there in the gym. He's waiting for the metal studs to come in because in your house you got 2 befores, wood. In this building here, you got aluminum studs. You use different wiring on this than you do on residential. Different type of wiring. Amperage and everything the same. Any questions? Come on, somebody gotta have a question. If I can't answer it, I'll get Miss Emily to answer. What you got?
I was wondering, so what would you want us to wear, like for Energy Academy? Like what's the kind of dress code that you
Do what song I couldn't hear?
what's the dress code you want us to wear? Like what are you expecting us to like come wearing and things like that?
You see? Good question. I should have told you that. You're gonna dress to go to work. You see any of these? No rings. Now boots, if you got your cowboy boots, sneakers are good because we don't actually be doing stuff to where you got to have steel-toed boots, okay? But I ain't look at you and tell you you're an electrician, you ready to go. You thought about being a lineman?
Not really.
Not really, but you gotta see what we do over there with it. We had this conversation. We had this conversation over there, this morning. You cannot wear anything around your neck.
Hold on, I wanna touch on that, okay. If you are at Gulfport High School, this has to be on you, right, at all times. When you go to Gaston Point, you will need to take it off, it's a safety thing, but when you come back to this high school, you gotta put it back on, okay? So, we're not going to 4th block and somebody says, hey, where's your badge? And you say, oh, well, I left it in my truck. Okay, we can't do that, alright? So you're gonna have to be responsible about this, okay?
We're different over there. You get an hour and something. I wouldn't cut out to go to college, I'm gonna tell you that right now. But I went through 5 years of apprenticeship school, and I've done every bit of it. It's been good to me. And I'm not gonna talk about anything about me. But it's safety issues. If you're drilling a hole and you have a ring on, you could very easily get caught in the bit or the extension cord. Now, here again, Ms. Hornback is working with me to get more tools over there that we need. And we got enough right now. I mean, we got, I'm gonna say 17 to 20 people working in the last 4 years over there. To get it. We show our respect to all the speakers that come. If you lay your head down like that right there, and I've got a speaker, I'll take you to Miss Emily. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't mean I don't like him. You just gotta show respect. Okay? Last year, we went on a field trip to the generating. I think last year, between both classes, I had over 34 in that class. When Gulfport left the generating plant, nothing but praise from all the employees there. How well mannered, how well dressed, and how they paid attention and participated and asked questions. There's no question, I don't mean to be talking y'all back. There's no question. It's a stupid question. I call it stupid. And I'm sure Miss Evans don't correct me when sometime I ask her, come on, Miss Dad, you know that stupid. Yeah, sure was. But that was a good question. Gotta have the jeans on. I think they're gonna give us.
Yeah, y'all are gonna get shirts.
You're gonna get shirts, okay? Tennis, we won't wear those out there in the bush, okay? Now, third block. What we had last year, the third block, we had a lot of students, especially in the summertime. Gulfport lets you come here in short pants, okay? You drive and you get on the bus and you come over. That's cool, you come here in short pants, but you better have a pair of jeans with you when you come. Miss Dana, we gon' hands on today. Yeah, son, go get your jeans on. There's a restroom right there. We go in there, go in and put your jeans on. That don't take 5 minutes. Yes, sir.
So next week, we start busing over there next week, right?
Yes, Monday.
So we should start bringing jeans to wear? Okay.
So, that's it. We got some boys that come from Harrison County that got the jeans, the cowboy boots, but you here in Gulfport, it's 100 degrees out there and they'll let you come here in short pants. I've got no issue with that. As long as when you get in my class for ocean, how many of you know what ocean is? Okay, rest of you's gonna find it out if you come in my class. Safety is the number one thing we preach over there. Every contractor that comes in and talks to y'all, they're gonna tell you what's the most important thing that we teach y'all in these apprenticeship schools. Safety. Here again, thank y'all again for your attention. Got any more questions? That was a good question, son. Yes, ma'am?
Do we need to bring like our own safety goggles?
No, that's a good question. See there, I didn't touch on that. We have hard hats, we have safety glasses, we have gloves, we have all the safety stuff that you're gonna need. You're not gonna be doing anything that's really dangerous. You're not gonna do that, but when you start work, you're gonna have to have your goggles on and your hard hat. And I'll assure you, if I go to Miss Emily or Miss Horn, well, then she goes to Miss Hornback, says Eddie needs 4 more hard hats, safety glasses, and gloves. They'll be there like that. That was the big question. Anything else on safety? What about you, son? You like your robot? Are you taking robotics here with Mr. Don? You are? Good. 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 I'm here. And I'm gonna tell you one thing. My name is Eddie Cox. You're gonna have enough respect. I'm not gonna force you, but you're gonna have enough respect for me, that you're gonna call me Mr. Eddie. That's how you're gonna believe it. Who's your brother, son?
You know him, not
You look like- He was in my class at third block class. What's he doing now? Is he in school, college?
He's going to the college and GCC.
Okay, that's good. He's a good student. Very proud to have him. No more questions? I'm gonna turn it back over to Miss Emma. And I got about, 15, 20 minutes, and I'm gonna see that.
Okay, I'm gonna, while y'all up here, I need to know whether you're a bus driver or if you're a bus rider or if you're gonna drive over there. I also need your exercise. So, when I call you up, if you have your syllabus signed, you can bring it to me. It'll be by Academy. Alright, so, Kobe? I mean, if y'all,
No, she said, I think this is good though. I got the we go to carpenter. I got carpenter. So they got like a thing that you can front side. They got like a just like I ain't know this is right. But I just full force just yeah. Full force in my good one. Oh, large.
are you driving or riding bus?
Well, can I do like but if I got my car? Okay.
I need to have a number to count for the bus drivers.
Okay, so yeah, please.
Down on the
Yeah, I got one. I'm like, it gotta be worth my uncle said right. He said he'll give me a bunch, but it's not gonna be fixed. I gotta fix it myself. I'm working on fixing it. I got it. What you got, I'm maybe gonna go. So if I get hired for the shipping thing, I'm probably be working there like that. Like I'm not. I'll probably do the job there for a little bit this year, maybe next year. I'm gonna go.
You know, make cornbread. Boy, got what y'all be calling, cow, horse.
Like a little city up
Doing deer hunt?
Don't have no
All of my family, rabbit
I know what you're talking about, yeah, I heard, I've been watching.
I can't kill one. They all made fun of me, but I can't do it.
I gotta get out. I said, I gotta get out of here last night. You're not really like forcing me. I wanted to, because I've been outside, and I'll be out with my homeboy. Trey's birthday is the first time I've ever done it. Like, I was ever out. I'm like, good, so, Niggas like talking about beer. Where you gonna be after you go? That's right. Oh, this one?
What's on?
Turkey and lettuce?
The assignment has a blank for name, a blank for date, and a blank for block. You will fill those out,
And then use this
and then I will staple that cover sheet to your answers to your questions that you do on,
You like one
you're not on that roll. Okay, work on that, and then, we can flip it over to the back. and it like
Hey, Jeremiah.
on the back. What's your last name? See if it's on the back. It's over there, on the table. Just write your answers from those questions on the sheet of loose leaf paper. And then you will fill out what's on the other sheet, that will be your cover page that I will staple to your loose leaf paper. So write your name, date, and block. What's that? Come again? Name, date, block. Thank you, bye. Bye-bye. Over there, the roll side next to your name.
You already on that? Okay, thank you.
So I see that some of y'all didn't bring your cell phones today, that's awesome.
Where's the cell phone?
Just put it over there with that calculator whole thing
I mean, it's pretty easy procedure here at this school. You know, I'm not gonna be, well, I'll say that. I'm not gonna be the guy that's gonna find over your cell phone or whatever. All I can do is just buzz and I'll come get it from you. And I can move on with my day. So, whether or not you listened to that meeting today, or you got your electronic device policy during the summer, you didn't read it, I'm gonna back over today, your second block teacher should have given you something, either Friday or today, that you have to acknowledge that you understand the policy. Reminder, it's not my policy, it's the school's policy. So you can get mad at me and get upset, but at the end of the day, it's just a policy of the school. If you hadn't read, I guess on social media these days, there's a lot of people, find solutions when it comes to phones and electronic devices.
it was hard to adhere to the policy if people across the board did not, enforce the policy. And I have majority seniors, so I would just say, hey, if you don't wanna do the work and you don't wanna do this, that's totally up to you, I'm just gonna keep on moving on in my day. So, but I have counselors that would tell kids that they didn't need my class to graduate, so some of them didn't do anything. So answer those questions to the best of your abilities. If I can't answer those questions, you're still in a diploma, they're pretty self-explanatory. So answer those to the best of your abilities, and when I get to know who you are and your name and whatnot, I will be able to address some of those things with you. Hey, do you have family with last name Collins?
Mm-hmm, my papa and them.
Do you know Raymond Collins?
That's my cousin.
I know Raymond.
I know.
Do you? Yeah, you already said something about me? What did you say, I'm crazy?
He said you like to argue.
Yeah, good. You're in the right place, huh?
No.
Let me tell you something about Raymond though.
What?
Raymond played baseball and he decided he didn't want to, because I don't think he wanted to deal with me.
He played football.
He played football, but last fall he was down for like maybe spring break or something. He came to the baseball field and walked across the baseball field and hugged me and goes, "I love you. Now I know what the hell you're trying to do with me." So, and we talk from time to time. I like Raymond, and Ricky's crazy too.
But not too much on Rick. He just special.
What is Ricky doing now?
They say he had Arkansas football.
Arkansas State or whatever. Yeah. I would see him sometimes when I would play flag football, and he may have been with his girlfriend or something like that. Yeah, I like Raymond. He just had to, I guess, figure out who I was, I guess. Stay on me because I knew he was very talented. When you're done, you can just kind of put those pages together, and I can come by and pick it up, and I can staple those together for you. That you are done? Okay.
Fifth grade teachers, please bring your students to the auditorium.
I'm in the Legends. We switch every day with the boys.
Should go as alternate.
Yes, sometimes, you know, the track running by.
Newer, old. What's in the right of that? What's your last name? Sign your name, sit down. What we're gonna do, sign over there, get on a sheet of paper, and then answer those questions, and I'll come back with that roll.
I see you calm today, Trey. Oh, I'm not done. I thought you were saying.
Your ID code. Answers the ID code. I don't know. No. It's the reason why some of us are in this class. Got one right answers on a sheet of paper.
I'll be upside down. I think I'm What are you eating? Well, I got some cooked food. What's that one thing that we ate that one day? We both ate it. What was it? We don't. Right.
That's fine. You put your name in the other one? Okay, I got it. Oh, bring it to them.
What? Oh, I'm sure. I wore my leg.
Your name's Jamori?
You know how rude it is?
Jeremiah. What's his last name?
I'm so short, but my legs are so thick, I can't.
What's
I
Jeremiah's
would
last
love
name?
you.
Williams? Harper. Okay. I got you right here, I got you. it up there?
No, they're empty.
Why didn't you get them at one?
Cause I have a second lunch and I drank it all.
Wait a second, you don't need it right now, you're good. Full. Were you just got here today? First walk there?
Hey, you got that Five Below? No. From Shin. That's from my Five Below.
I'll email somebody about that. Everybody sign roll?
Yes, sir.
Everybody finished with that? You still got this. I got it.
You know that really big grass area right there by the tennis courts and the chicken? Oh, the marching field? Oh, they can be cool to that. Oh, they can be That's gonna be a whole parking lot right there. Y'all might have to.
Oh, I will be here next year. I will be here next year. Next year.
Oh, yeah, that is next year. No, they'll be done with it in December. Oh, after.
What are you not?
Just fill that other one out.
The parking lot, though. They'll be done in January.
Marcus, you can be
No.
over by then. So it's good.
Oh, well. Don't y'all got any
Yeah, Marcus, you can go over by then. That's what next year we'll have to march on.
I remember when I was in school,
That's next year.
when I was in softball, the band would.
They used to march.
Fourth
To her.
Yeah.
And then
That will be them this next year.
It's too hot to be marching to that.
They said you were packing out rings so much. That was bad. This is the hottest it's ever been. It's hot. Nick and I was out there today.
Okay. We'll be out there.
I don't care.
We'll be out there.
Not yet.
Girl, that's because they had, when you got over here, you remember when we got in trouble that one time?
All right, let's elaborate on these questions I'd ask you about. So, Chief,
chances are majority are what, seniors, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, remember that your ACT should be, sub-score in math should be a 15 to 18. If it's above that, I would probably highly recommend that you go find another class. Not that I don't want you here, but then again, if you want to be educated on maybe what intermediate algebra, college algebra entails, you know, that don't mean just because you take my class, I'm gonna get you to be, I guess, acclimated for that, but where y'all going, ladies? Let's go. Hope it stays the same.
I'm about to be in, you know, I don't think anybody's got this class. But I was more than happy to. Interesting. Alright.
Is this 252?
Yeah, it does. I don't know why she's listed as 252 because she's not in here. I don't know where Miss Ladner's gonna be. Now she may come in here. Alright.
Is this, so what is this class about?
Oh, I'm not teaching that. That you're in there, you're in this, Miss Ladner's class, and she may come get you. And take some other, she may keep you in here with some other students. I don't know. What's your name? Jeremiah? I'm Coach Austin, Jeremiah. Nice to meet you.
What do you do during the summer break?
Do what?
What do you do during summer break?
Coach basketball and then enjoy my time off. I have no idea if